We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garrison. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Finding room at midfield. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw on second down, Garrison. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking to throw on second down. Garrison. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Garrison. And his throw here is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have the Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Santoso now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garrison. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Garrison. Man open left side is Brown. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
23 yards the pickup there.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Another run here with Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Garrison. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hardman on the return. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. A little juke. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A gain of 3, second down. Looking to throw. Garrison. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown, Eagles! Grant Calcaterra with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 10 more there and another first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Up and good for Santos. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Sanders again, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ball again on second down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Up and good for Santoso. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Man open down the middle of the field. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 2, Garrison. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 83 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw on second down, Garrison. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. In motion right is Watkins. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
They certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2 in this game. Now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Garrison. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to Sanders on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down convert. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good. Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute.